This video will cover evaluating expressions using the order of operations. Everyone is familiar with the phrase, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," or PEMDAS. The P stands for evaluate parentheses first. E is exponents. The MD, taken as a unit, is multiply, divide in order from left to right. The multiplication does not have to be done before division unless it's to the left of the division problem. The AS stands for addition subtraction as a unit in order from left to right. Addition does not necessarily have to be done before subtraction unless it is to the left in the problem. Let's look at a couple of examples that are just addition and subtraction. No other operation to worry about. This is something to just work left to right. So 3 plus 13 is 16. The rest of this problem will stay what it was in the beginning. Keep working left to right. 16 minus 7 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. And the reason we need to work left to right is this idea. There's nothing to say that we have to group the 7 and the 4 together. This expression is minus 7 and then add 4. If you group this together, this would have been like a minus 11. We're not subtracting 11. We are only subtracting 7, and then we're coming back and adding 4. That's a common mistake. So all addition and subtraction, you want to work your way left to right. Another one, in order from left to right, because this is all addition and subtraction. Add the 8 and the 6 together is 14, and the rest of the problem is the same. We'll go back to the beginning, in order from left to right. 14 minus 4 is 10, plus the 12 minus 6, in order from left to right. 10 plus 12 is 22. 22 minus 6 is 16. Now, examples that are all multiplying and dividing will follow the same idea. In order from left to right. You don't have to multiply before you divide. You have to work left to right. So, don't do 2 times 6. In order, 24 divided by 2 is 12. Times 6 divided by 9. Now it's time to multiply because that is the leftmost operation. So 72 divided by 9 is 8. Another one with all multiplying and dividing. The multiplication does get done first here because it is the operation that's all the way to the left. So the rest of this problem is exactly as is. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Then 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now, a mixture of those operations. Here is a suggestion to help you group this problem. You know that addition and subtraction has to be done at the very end. When you have a problem without parentheses, we'll talk about that later, circle any pluses and minuses. What that does is separate your problem into pieces. We have the piece that's in front of the plus, we have this piece that's between the plus and minus, and we have this part that's behind the minus. Each of those parts needs to be done separately, and they need to be done before you add and subtract because they are multiplying and dividing. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. There is still a plus sign right here. 3 times 6 is 18 minus 15 divided by 3 is 5. Now we've got the problem to all addition and subtraction, and we know what to do. Work our way left to right. 5 plus 18 is 23. 23 minus 5 is 18. Now, coincidentally on this problem, when you got to this step, you could have, if you are pretty good with your sign numbers, think about the fact that 5 and negative 5 will cancel each other out, and you'll still be left with the 18. Another example. Here's a minus that I'm going to circle. Here's a plus I'm going to circle, just to help me separate the problem into little bite-sized pieces. The 12 that's in front of the minus is just going to hang out here in front of the minus. But this part between the minus and plus, and this part behind the plus, is going to have to be evaluated. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 8 times 3, 24. Now we're down to something easy, all addition and subtraction, left to right. 12 minus 6 is 6. 6 plus 24 is 30. Now, an example that includes exponents. We can still follow this circling of the minus and the plus because we have separated the problem into this part, which is a multiplication part, and this string of numbers that's got to be evaluated on its own. So this 17 that's in front of the minus stays out front. Order of operations tells me I need to do this exponent before I do any multiplying or dividing. So 3 times 2 is 9 times 4. Technically, this 5 times 2 happens after the exponent, which is going to. I have evaluated that exponent. I could go ahead and multiply the 5 times 2 right here. Because of doing the circling of the minus and plus, I have separated the problem out to where the 5 times 2 basically stands alone. Now, if I finish out the last part, 9 times 4 is 36. I'm down to all addition and subtraction. I'm going to work my way left to right. 17 minus 10 is 7, plus 36 gives me 43. Notice we've not done any problems with parentheses. That's coming up in order of operations part 2.